guys, it's Jonathan here at the 2021 Miami Auto Show. We're talking everything Genesis, and I'm super excited to be here with Genesis because if you remember from the Chicago Auto Show, Genesis was not there. Kia was there, but not Genesis, and not Hyundai either. And since then, you know, Genesis has a lot of attractive cars, a lot of cars that are selling very well, and so we're gonna go check them out. So let's start. Before we go though, unfortunately, the GV90, which is their huge SUV, is oddly not here. What they do have though is this. This is the GV80. They've got two of them here. We're gonna check them out. Let's go. So Genesis has come a long way from when they first started out. As you remember them probably as Hyundai Genesis, and then they branched off and became Genesis on their own. And they have gone headfirst into taking on the big luxury brands from Germany and even Italy. What we're seeing here is the GV80. This is their middle of the range SUV. The one that we're seeing right in front of us now starts around $59,000, but as it's equipped, $73,000. That's a lot of money to pay for a vehicle, a luxury SUV that's not made in Germany. All right, guys, let's step inside here. And before we even step inside, you've got this two-spoke steering wheel. Leave me a comment, guys. Tell me, are you feeling this two-spoke steering wheel? What do you think of it? It actually is quite soft to the touch. I actually do like these door panels here. It's soft touch here. You've got the wood, and this is soft. Everything is soft here. In fact, there's actually rubber inside of here, so that feels well good as well. I really like what they've done here with the quilted leather on the knee rest. So navigating the GV80, you've got this very nice rotary dial here that actually clicks, and you can actually press both sides. You also have this rotary gear selector, which is reminiscent of what BMW does with their glass controls. However, this is not glass. This is very, very much plastic. Once you touch it, you quickly realize that this is plastic, but it does have a nice little tactile, you know, kick spring back action to it, but it's pretty to look at. But once you touch it, it's probably not the best feeling thing. However, because it is a plastic, it probably will hold up much better. You've also got that same glass or plastic shown here on the drive selector, and then one more time here on the start stop button here. Stepping into the back seat of the GV80, you can see that this one is equipped with some power adjusted seats, just like you would see on the front passenger seat. This is a power button to lift the headrest down. For the rear passenger, you've got 3-stage heated and cooled seats. You've got temperature digital readouts here. Unfortunately, we can't see that with the vehicle off. For connectivity, you've got 2 USBs and a household charger. No USB-C anywhere in the vehicle. All right, guys, so sitting in the back seat of the GV80, and I just want to show you guys around here. This is a really, really nice place to be. Now, we're going to look at the other model in a minute, and that one's a little less equipped than this one. This is more of a luxury. You've got this quilting for the rear seats, a power window shade. You've also got these. Look at this. And you also have these little hooks here for your coat. This is really a really nice place to be. As you can see, the feet will fit underneath the seat, so no problems there. This is where my knees are. And this front seat is actually pushed really far back. I have plenty of headroom, shoulder room, and knee room. So if you are 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", you should have no problem fitting in this vehicle. Hey guys, so I'm in the other GV80 that is on the floor here, and this has a dark interior. A lot of times when you have a vehicle with a dark interior, they feel cramped inside and you just feel stifled inside. This one While it does have a dark interior, it actually feels just fine because, honestly, of the design of the dashboard, the way everything flows. You have this dashboard that stretches straight across, and you have the stitching and the doors that flow down. It really gives you a sense of expanse inside here, and that's really cool. So if you're worried about getting a dark interior with a dark headliner and everything, you should be just fine in this vehicle. Let's check out the back real quick. All right, guys, so, sorry, I'm in the backseat of the GV80, and this is a really nice place to be. Now, it is a bit dark here, but that's also because there are tinted windows. There's a moonroof that is actually closed, but the seating position is very nice. There is a power adjustment for the seat. However, that is off because the vehicle doesn't have power to it. In addition, you also have some window shades here that are really cool. They are manual, but I believe you are able to get powered ones because you are able to get powered window shades on the G90. In the middle, you can actually put 5 people here for a short amount of time. The transmission tunnel is actually not that intrusive, and you're able to slide your feet under the seat in front of you. So slide your feet under the seat in front of you. I think I said that right. Now, the seats do have a reclining feature. And inside here, you've got cup holders and a very nice motion on this cup holder. It moves out so smoothly. That's pretty much it. Let's go to the next vehicle. All right, guys, so now we're gonna check out the GV70. Now, this is one of their newest vehicles. This one is just hit the road. We're just starting to see them around the roads in Miami. And this one, I believe, is going to be one of their best-selling SUV because the GV90 is like pushing 6 figures, and it's beautiful, it's luxurious, but it's pushing 6 figures, and that's a hefty price for a vehicle that doesn't come from Germany. And the GV80 is also a very good vehicle. We just saw that one, but as you saw, that's $75,000, and that's pretty rich. Now, the one here that we're looking at here, these are the GV70s. These are the smallest SUVs, but I think these are going to be their best selling, not because the fact that they cost less, but because, like everything with Genesis, there's so much value for your money. The one we're seeing right here, this is more of the luxury spec, and it's about $62,000. The one that we're seeing right here, this is more of a sports spec, and it's about $65,000. There's a big difference between these. I don't know what this one as equipped is priced at. It doesn't show pricing for that, but we're gonna show you inside. It's really nice. Check it out. So this is the GV70. This is the smallest SUV. This thing looks amazing. Let's step inside here. And again, we've got this 2-spoke steering wheel like we had on the GV80, but a whole new, really, dash layout here. Now, while the interior looks exactly like we saw in the GV80, some things have changed. This incredible oval dash layout. And as you can see, this actually continues on. The oval starts here and ends on the other side. It's a really nice attention to detail. They also still have this beautiful screen. I wish these vehicles were on so we could actually see them in action. For navigating the system here, you've got another rotary dial here, but this one's a little bit different than what we saw in the GV80. This one still, though, does swivel, press, and it does turn. And then for gear selector, you still have the same rotary knob here. Inside here, there's a wireless charger and 2 USB ports. I really like the doors, how they have this almost like ocean floor typography graph on here. It's also shown right here also on the inside. I really like that. All right, so jumping in the back seat of the GV70. This is a nice back seat, but there's something I need to tell you that I can tell you that's immediately apparent, and that is this is a 4-seater vehicle. This is not a 5-seat vehicle. The tunnel for the transmission, unlike the GV80, is really high. You cannot straddle this thing. I'm actually gonna try. Yeah, this is not comfortable at all. And even though the seats are in their pretty much fully back position, there's just not enough room to be able, the transmission tunnel is actually pretty wide. So you're not actually able to sit 3 people across here unless you're a passenger on the other side of your stick figures. But yeah, unfortunately, that's something you're going to need to know. If you have kids and you're definitely going to need to use this middle row, you really can't. For the center row, you pretty much have cup holders, not as nice as what we saw in the GV80, but still, it's nice. You still have a really nice panoramic roof here. You've got LED lighting here. It also has the coat hangers on the door, and you can also have the sunshades as well. These are manual, but like the GV80, I'm sure that an automatic ones are available. But still, it's really nice. The seats still recline like in the GV80. It's a great play. I want to show you guys this other version here. Again, this one is the more of a sport spec on it. As you can see, these awesome wheels that are on here. And this one, as equipped, is $65,000. And this is actually, it looks so good and so different from what we saw on that luxury model right over there. Check this out. You've got this really nice red top stitching here. You've got this almost carbon fiber, I guess it says carbon fiber weave here. The interior is actually blue. I know it looks black, but it's actually blue, and such incredible attention to detail on here. I'm going to turn the light on so you guys can really see this. All right, now you should be able to see this a little bit better. You can see this blue is here on the seats, but this blue is also mirrored right here on the plastic. What incredible attention to detail. Most car companies would just leave this black or whatever the base color is and then just wrap the seats. They've actually matched the plastic to the seat color. And if you don't believe me, look at this. We're gonna step in the back seat here. And this is the console, the center tunnel. And it's also blue. Like, how crazy is that? Again, the same connectivity that we saw in the other GV70. And red seat belts, so lovely. Oh, this is so cool. This is really, really cool. You've got this panoramic roof, which is currently closed, but it's got this, it's not Alcantara, but it is like a cloth material, very nice suede-esque material here. Very nice. I'm going to show you guys couple of other things here as this one differentiates between the more luxury model. You've got this top stitching on the steering wheel, which actually looks really, really good. And of course, for controller wise, everything else stays the same, but this is a beautiful vehicle. And of the two, honestly, this would be the one that I would get. But let me know, guys, leave a comment. Which one would you get? Look at the kick plate down here. You've got this, they're mirroring the carbon fiber on the kick plate. And this is really nice too. Wow, they did a great job with this vehicle. This vehicle is going to sell so well, like so well. As you can see, this one also differs than the other one as far as the rear. This one has a bumper that looks like this, which is real nice with real exhaust tips in there. And this one has this with real exhaust tips as well. Stick your whole hand in there. That thing is awesome. Good job, Genesis. All right, guys, now let's try to check out the Genesis cars. We're going to start here with the all-new redesigned G70. Now, this vehicle was redesigned for the 2022 model year, and it was really a redesign to bring it in line with the whole designs queue of Genesis. And so you've got things like this larger grille that wasn't there before. You've got the split in the headlights, but that also carries on in the split in the tail lights as well. The interior pretty much stays the same, but the exterior got a really big change. And I don't know if this is a more of a mature look. And you guys, I'm going to show you a picture of the old one, and now you've got this one. Definitely a more mature look on this. So we're going to see how we'll see how it does as far as sales. Alright guys, sitting inside the G70. Now, this is very much like what you've seen in the last generation. If you've been in a Kia Stinger, this is also very familiar to you. Now, my brother had one of these, and so I spent plenty of time actually driving the Genesis G70. And I can tell you, this is an amazing sporty vehicle. So this particular vehicle starts at around $38,000. And at that price range, you're playing against some of the best in the industry. You're talking about the BMW 3 Series, the Mercedes C-Class, and the Lexus IS. So maybe Genesis doesn't have the weight behind its name. However, the bang for your buck that you get with this vehicle is amazing. You've got heated, cooled, and you've got heated, cooled seats. You've got, you know, adaptive cruise control, all the safety equipment. You've got, of course, the incredible warranty that you get. It's an incredible vehicle. Now, this one's not equipped with the sunroof, but you are able to get a sunroof as well. All right, guys, let's go check out the GV80. All right, guys, next up is the G80. Now, this is the vehicle that's kind of your mid-range between the sportier G70, smaller and sportier G70, and the super luxurious G90. So this is where the G80 slots in, size-wise, price-wise. Let's step inside and check it out. So we're here in the G80, and again, this is their middle car, so it must encompass some of the luxury in the G90 and some of the sportiness in the G70. For luxury, you're looking at things like this rotary infotainment selector. You've got your plastic or glass controls for your gear selector. Really nice covering for your cup holders. You've got a wireless charger here. Again, 2 USB, still no USB-C. I don't think that Genesis as a brand has started implementing USB-C. You've got a press the start button here that also has this glass cover to it. It's actually really nice. So with all that luxury, what's the sporty part? Where do you get the sportiness of the G70? And that's really your seating position. You sit just as low as you do in the G70 and this G80. The steering wheel, you're really low, and I don't know if that's a good thing, because this is a substantially bigger vehicle than the G70. And if you're going to be this low, you're going to want to see more out of it. I mean, maybe some of it is also due to the seating position that unfortunately I can't change. But, you know, if you're looking at this vehicle, go around and sit inside of it, because you do sit pretty low. Let's go check out the back. All right, guys, sitting in the back of the G80. This is a very nice place to be. Again, it brings in some of that luxury that we're going to see in the G90. Again, though, like the G70, you're not putting 5 people in this thing. This freaking transmission tunnel is so big. I don't know why it's that big. So, you know, you could actually put 5 people in here for a short amount of time. Definitely not going to happen in the G80. I'm sorry, the G70. But this one for a short amount of time, but they're not going to be that comfortable. And again, the seats, you can put just the tip of your toes underneath the seats, because again, you sit low to the actual chassis of the vehicle. Actually, the floor comes up in the back seat, so the back seat actually has a more elevated seating position, something more traditional, what you would actually think you would be getting in the front seats. But yeah, it is nice back here. You've got coat hooks on the doors. You've got airplane style mat pockets. This one does not have the AC controls for your rear occupants. If we actually pull down this, you've got just cup holders actually right here, nothing else. You've got a little bit of storage right here with 2 USB. Again, no USB-C for Genesis. And actually, there's another pass-through here. If you like to get something from the trunk, there is a secondary door there to get directly to the trunk. Your map reading lights are actually shown right here in the center, a little bit more luxurious way of doing that. But yeah, let's go check out the G90. guys, here we are at the G90. This is their largest and most expensive of their cars with Genesis. This one, as it says right now, this one they say starts around 80,000, but these can easily get up into the six-figure range. Let's go step inside. Before we get into something I want to mention, something I absolutely loved with the GV70, but maybe I don't like it so much on the application here on the G90. Everything's a little too matchy-matchy. You have this really nice leather, which you look for this afar, you would expect this to be leather, but then you've got this. This is plastic, even though it is a very smooth plastic, but it's the exact same color. And inside there, that's the exact same color too. And then when you get down to the plastic of here, it's the exact same color. It looked good on the GV70 with the blue, but this is maybe just a little too much. I'm not really crazy about that. Maybe another darker color, contrasting color would make that look a little bit better. Let's step inside. All right, guys, inside the G90, and there is a big difference. I like how I can see a huge difference between the G70, the G80, and now the G90. This one is definitely the luxury brand. And I gotta say, Genesis does a good job of making this one luxury and that one, you know, the middle of the range, a little bit of sport, a little bit of luxury, and this one being definitely sporty. I like that. They actually do a good job of making that differentiation, which a lot of brands, they do fail at that. This one does not have the rotary gear selector. Yay! This one has a really nice, actually very nice leather on top gear selector. You've got a larger, it looks very much like an iDrive controller because you've got this surface here that looks like you're able to draw on it. It does swivel, tilt, and press. It's got the home button. It's laid out very much like an iDrive system. You got a heated steering wheel, 3-stage heated and cold seats. You've got a powered sunshade for the rear. You also have powered, I believe, sunshades on the sides as well on each door. This is really nice. Now this has a higher seating position, it seems like, than we had on the G80. Because this is a bigger vehicle, this is what you would expect the G80 to look like. But that one, again, sits low and it's more sporty. This one's more luxury. You can actually see out of it. I really like, and I hope you guys can see it, I really like these door panels up here where you have this metal that goes here and then it continues on to actually function with the door pull, and then you've got the memory seats right here. It just continues, the strip continues. They've done a really good job with this. I mean, I'm really impressed with Genesis. I'm really impressed with them. Inside the center console, you've got two 12 volts. That's funny. Not even a USB. You've got two 12 volts in here, and that's it for connectivity. Otherwise, you've got one USB here and a wireless charging pad inside here. So anyways, let's go check out the back, because that's where this vehicle really shines. All right, guys, sitting in the back seat of the G90, there is tons of legroom here, but unfortunately, like we saw in the G80, the transmission tunnel is huge. We're gonna actually see if we can sit in the center of this one, and you actually sit higher than you do in the G80. So yes, in a pinch, you could put 4 or 3 people in the back, but still not something you want to do all the time. This one is really much set up for being a 4-passenger vehicle. Very nice and relaxing back here. But there's additional controls. If you pull this center console down, you've got additional controls. This is just a rotary knob, not a swiveling like we saw at the very front, but you've got things like you can change your radio stations. You've got heated seats back here, the front and rear. You also have the power sunshade connect, such as in right behind you. That's all controlled here too. Volume controls, and also all for the automated rear AC controls. In the center here, you've got one 12 volt and one USB. Like the G80, you also have this pass-through, which is actually larger, which is good since this is a larger vehicle. But this is really nice. Again, this one, you know, it pushes at that can get into those six figures. This one, they're showing it as starting around 80,000. The G80 that we were looking at started around, well, actually as it equipped was about 50,000, 49,000 actually. And the G70, they start around $38,000. So, you know, which is the better, you know, value for your money? It's up to you, really. My personal opinion is I think that the G70 and the GV70 are the best bang for your money when it comes to Genesis. Anyways, guys, that's all I've got from Genesis. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Later.